Hello, beautiful somebody. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am making box braid with curly hair extensions. Yeah, that is it. Box braid using curly hair extensions. I have done this several times on my channel before, and we are just repeating what we have done. The only new thing is that all the previous videos I made, I used darling hair braiding hair extensions. So I've used three of their curly hair extensions for braiding, and this time around my client came with a different pack of hair. This is slightly different from very different actually from the regular one we use here in Nigeria. She bought this from a vendor that imported the hair, so it's not a known brand. I didn't ask her from which company, but it was so much easier to work with. If you watch my darling curly braid, loose braid, and deep waves curly hair extension videos, you will see. So this is how these ones come, and she came with a pack of five. We felt it was not going to be enough, so we decided to just make the hair scanty, but ended up having one leftover. Yeah, we ended up having one leftover, so we used four of this amount quantity of hair. But as you can see, as you will see at the end of the video, her hair was not so full, and then we didn't have enough time. She wanted the hair to just be fast and without taking too much time, so I made the hair scanty, but it was beautiful. So we had that color, like color 2, and then this golden one of it. So when we were adding the hair, she was giving me the braiding hair while I was braiding her hair, and when we were mixing the colors, we would use, like, because I was making knotless braid, when feeding in the hair extension into the knotless braid, sometimes she would give me like the color 27 and then the black 27 and black, and we found out that when we mixed the two colors together, it wasn't as pretty as when, like, we would use black all through, and then once in a while we would use like golden color for like a complete braid. So we stopped mixing it the way you see me do here. We stopped mixing it. We didn't mix it like this continuously. We found out that using just the gold and then using just the black was finer than when we mixed both colors, because it was looking like screen, like my shirt. It was looking like this shirt I had on here. I'm not saying my shirt is not nice, but the color was looking like screen uniform, like it was looking like a blanket. It was looking like my shirt, and that was not the color we were going for. So we decided to use golden all through and then black all through. And for the hair, oh, I forgot to mention, like, if you're braiding with this hair, you have to like pamper it. I forgot to mention, right, when I was cutting the hair, when I took the hair out of the pack, when I was cutting that tiny rope that is used to hold the hair, like, we are used to maybe like just trying to pull that string out of the braiding hair, and sometimes it causes small tangles that might become the beginning of your frustration. So just use a scissors and cut that string off gently without stressing yourself. When your village people are whispering, pull it off, pull it off, it might become the beginning of your frustration. So I wasn't even ready to take the chance. I just nicely cut off that string. I actually brushed the hair. You saw me doing that, right? I brushed out the hair extension, but I have this mist of water and leave-in conditioner. I just sprayed it very lightly and brushed it out, and it just bounced nicely and became more fluffy. Like, when you bring it out from the pack, it looks really, really small, and you would feel as if you need 20 of these to braid your hair. Like, when you look at it from the pack, it looks as if you're going to get just 5 box braids out of that whole pack. But when I brushed it out somehow, I now saw that the hair extension is actually much. Like, that bunch is, the quantity is reasonable, and I told you we used 4 for her whole hair. 4 of that quantity I brought out, so you understand. So after brushing it out, I shared it. Like, I don't give her the whole pack of hair to be giving me small from, right? I just bring out a little bit, tie the rest and keep it. You have to pamper this coily hair extension is, it's not like you like the normal expression braiding hair that you can just like do anyhow and it will just be easy to maneuver and detangle. If this one tangles, this coily braiding hair, just pamper it so that it doesn't frustrate you. That's the whole point I've been trying to make. So if you've been watching my videos, when I was making that braiding hair, when I started the first time, the very first time I braided this curly braiding hair, I was knotting it, right. I would braid it to an extent, and because you're not supposed to finish it so that it can have that, to give it the look we wanted, I would like braid to an extent and then knot it. In short, the very first time I braided it, I left about, let's say, 7 inches or more, about 8 inches of hair left, because I wanted it to be coily. I felt like I didn't need to braid it all the way at all. So I would stop like 8 inches short of the whole length and then tie it. And that tying was a waste of time because the next day my client came. She came back to show me the hair had loosened and like it was messed up. The hair loosed and it was losing and moving towards her scalp. Oh my god. Embarrassment. First time trial. See guys, please give me a thumbs up, because when I make my mistakes and then learn what I have to learn and make a tutorial showing you the mistakes you shouldn't make that I've made, you should just give me a thumbs up for my effort now. Just give me a thumbs up. I don't try. So I had to start redoing her whole hair again. And then when we now made the second one, we braided it down to a large extent. And let's say I left about 3 inches and knotted it. And I just came up with the conclusion that that knotting is a waste of time, because even after knotting it, because the hair is so sleek, that knot, you're going to see the knot, it will just bounce up a little and it doesn't lie flat on the braiding hair, right? It it separates itself because you made like a knot, like a circle around the braiding hair. It would loosen up a little and fluff out and just look untidy. So I stopped bothering myself. What I did now, if you watch in this tutorial, I braid it and braid it and braid it until when, let's say I want the loosed part to be about 3 inches, I would braid it past that 3 inches. When I have 2 inches left, I would then stop. Then in the course of time, the hair is going to unravel extra 1 inch and stop. So if you braid it up to where the hair becomes tapered, it doesn't unravel continuously going upwards. It is just going to loosen up a little bit and stop there. Even as the hair wears, as she continues to wear the hair, it's just going to loosen. So sometimes I braid it almost to the end, about 2 inches or 3 inches left for me to finish braiding the hair. Okay, let's watch this one I'm making now. So I would take it down, 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 down. That very first time I made it right, I stopped even before here and knotted it, and I disgraced myself. But now I would braid it and braid it until the hair is no more bulky in my hand. Like I just have the tapered ends. Oop! My apologies. Until I just have the tapered end, just small, and then I leave it that way. I don't knot it. This hair, you're not. Let me just answer these questions, because sometimes you just believe, you think some knowledge is common knowledge, but people ask questions because they sincerely don't know. Some people ask me, are you supposed to dip this in hot water? If you dip it in hot water, you're going to ruin the coils. So no, you do not dip in hot water. You're going to see how what I did when I finished for it to bounce up. And if you want to see like how I maintained mine, because my sister made it on my hair, one of the tutorials we made when we are reviewing those braiding hair, my sister made it on my hair. Yeah, what I am applying is braiding gel, because you saw how her hair is very full and not so long. So when I braid and get to that point of demarcation where her hair finishes, it's going to form this like, a ridge. So I use the braiding gel to like smooth it and make sure it is properly tucked into the braiding hair so that it looks smooth. That's why you can't see any demarcation from her hair and in the braiding hair extension, you understand? So as I was saying in the tutorial where my sister was making my hair, I made like a letter, like an update video showing you how I maintained the hair, what it looked like after a while. Maybe I will link that video at the end of this one if you're interested in watching it, to see how to maintain the hair, how it's going to get old and all those good stuff. But that product, I didn't use this particular braiding hair. After all, if you want the braiding hair, you might not get, you don't even know the name of this one, I don't know the name of this one, so you're probably not going to get this one. But just for the coily hair, if you want to see like a way to maintain it, to use it, and all the good stuffs, I'll link that video at the end of here. So now I am just using Lotta Body hair mousse, and I just applied it as generously as I can afford to all over the hair, and it was smelling nice. It was looking like, immediately I apply, because it's wet, right? It's going to look as if it's taking away the bounciness, but after some seconds, it's just going to like, ooh, it's looking like noodles. So I didn't try to like twine, you know, the way like you coil the hair in bunches. I didn't try to do that, because as you can see, the hair is scanty. Doing that is going to make it look smaller. So that's why I just thanks for watching. Bye.